Hey, I just wanted to share a quick video or quick thought on what, these days, especially I've been talking a lot about being in the moment. And there is this big movement of being centered creation of life after this book of being created by the ultimate coach Steve Hardison touched this planet. And when it touched me, it blessed me with this awakening of actually creating a life which is being centered and creating a life from being, from the foundation of being. And then when people ask, I asked a number of times, although I started meditating on this, and I'm trying to not understand cognitively, but still wanting to live from a being-centered point of life. The question I always get is, how does one know when they are operating from their being? And then there is a question that I hear myself asking: what in the first place hijacks you from the moment, from being available here, from being present here? There are many things which steal us away from the present moment or the awareness of the present. And one such factor is the concept of time. We have been so much indoctrinated by the linear concept of time, which believes in a past, a present, and a future. And there is always a constant struggle between the past and the future to hijack us from the present. And in a moment when you want to be in the present, you're like that pendulum from past to future and future to past and back and forth. And then all of a sudden one day you decide that you are going to live in the moment, you are going to be in the moment and experience the now. But your understanding of now still belongs to that very concept of the linear understanding of time, that there is a past and then there is a future and then there is a present somewhere in the middle. But my understanding of living in the presence tells me that there is no such thing as, I believe that the very concept of the linear concept of time is distorted. And maybe we require a linear concept of understanding of time in the external creation, in the world outside, to create something. But experience is something different. Experience cannot happen in the past, it cannot happen in the future, but doesn't mean that there has to be a past and there has to be a future for the understanding of present. And hence I believe that for the experience of presence, we need to understand that there is no such thing as present in the linear concept of time. In fact, the present moment, the now, doesn't exist in this linear understanding, linear concept of time. In fact, it is somewhere outside the dimension of the linear concept of time. And it's like you drop into that moment. And this is that new dimension, which has nothing to do with the external creation. It's only an experience of what is. And isness has nothing to do with wasness or will-be-ness. Isness is infinity. Isness is boundless. Isness is timeless. And maybe this is not something to understand technically, but this is just what I hear when I reflect on being in the moment. So anything that you do to bring you back into the moment, whether it's journaling or whether it's meditating, all those are actually only activities which point you towards the possibility of you falling back into the moment, falling back into isness, falling back into eternity. It's like that drop of water which was flying above the surface level of water, and then it loses its momentum and drops back into the sea, into the ocean of eternity. And then it loses its identity, it loses its creation, it loses its everything. And it becomes eternity. Think about it. Is your life of being. Love you.